Well, my cell phone starts by itself. It is 11:10 and I'm not on X Hamster Live. I really don't have that many tokens. And like I've said, I'm one of these kind of members on the site that if you don't have tokens to tip, what's the point of being in on the site? I want to talk about something called ball stomping. That's testicle stomping by a femdom sadist. It always amazes me because a guy that allows a girl to do this to their testicles is in big trust that that girl is not going to get that feeling of stop them to they rupture and they're gone. And I've always said this, when you have a mistress or you're in a production with a mistress, such as Brian, who is one of the most famous busties that has ever lived. Tom's up there, British Tom, but Brian has allowed girls to do so much to his balls. I mean, there's no way I could ever be like him. I just cannot be like him. Now, Princess Honey had this opportunity to have a guy allow her to have a box over him and her pressing down on his balls. Most of the stomping, and I'm looking at one now, most of the stomping, it says balls stomping on the ground. Stomping is really, believe it or not, a dance, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, stomping. I remember when I was a counselor at Right Turn, North Carolina, one of our African-American counselors there did stomping. And they'd be in parades and stuff and do events and stuff like that. Stomping is clearly, we all know what that means. That is bam, bam. Now, there's one that I found that I still say is fake. I really do say it's fake. Because the girl starts to damage the testicles, and then at the very end, she lifts her foot up way high and comes down as hard as she possibly can until the balls are nothing but just nothing in the scrotum. The guy never made a scream, never made a holler, never really did much of nothing. So some of these are basically fake. Now, I've got a couple that I saw where a girl did go a little bit further than the guy wanted her to go. And it probably was his girlfriend or somebody they trust that decided that she was going to go a little bit further. So she did damage his testicles. Were they ruptured? No. But they were in bad shape. And probably would take a lot of ice and probably have to go to the doctor and have him look at it. And take him a long time to get over that. When a guy actually allows a mistress to do a ball, stepping on his balls, I've got one that I've actually done here. I think I've got it in here. Let me see. Yeah, full ball crush. Full ball crush. And the girl actually got, Brian's on a chair thing sitting down. His legs are down below and he's handcuffed like this. And she stands up on top of it with her full weight, 140 pounds. So this she's pretty buxom girl. She gets on his balls and does this. She's standing on pressure. She goes, let me see if I can bounce. And starts bouncing on his balls. And to hear what she says, like I said, a femdom sadist girl gets so extremely excited when they're doing this because they're just wondering if it's going to pop. But in the back of their mind, they also know that they can be brought up by a lawsuit, and they don't want that. So they do what they're hired to do, and that's called production. There's one that's Latino, I believe, that I don't particularly like it too much because the guy that's directing it, he has his film, he's speaking in Spanish, and he's telling the model what to do to this guy. You know, and the whole thing is I keep wanting to say, dude, why don't you let the guy that's getting his balls destroyed grab the camera and you get in front of the girl and have her do it to you? It's real easy to get behind the camera and film it. Some of my favorites are Beast Cage. Beast Cage, he gets girls just basically, I mean, really, if you go out, and I mean this, let me get some toke here. I don't know if this is THC or what, but I'm toking it anyway. Now, I was in Brittany's room on X Hamster Live. Brittany has knights that just adore her that have money. I just don't have money. I get my tokens at the beginning of the month, and that's the best that I can do right now. Now, in Charlotte, it's still cold. It's 28 degrees Fahrenheit. It is chilly. This is not my favorite time of year, and the heat that I have, when it got down to 21 degrees, I was freezing. I mean, I had on a sweatshirt, thick sweatpants, socks, and I was covered up like this because I got this little wall unit and it's not efficient. It just isn't. Now, old radiator heat was great. I love radiator heat. So, back to Mistress's ball stomping. It is interesting to watch. Brian, I still don't know what's happened to him. And no one really knows his real name. He just goes by Brian. He has his balls skewered, needles. He's been ball busted by so many girls. And he does claim to, what's her name? The Valkyrie girl. I can't think of her name now. Oh, well, it'll come to me later. He did an interview with her. I'm starting to yawn because I'm going to go to bed at 12. He basically told her that he had one testicle that she had put a needle in that he was going to need to have removed. And what he's wanting to do was to have a veterinarian do it. And that, I sometimes wonder, I was talking to a mistress that I had on X Hamster Live, because all the girls on there, about 2 or 3 of them, are really into the castration. It turns them on terribly to know that I lose my balls forever. They're gone. One girl was telling me, I said, I wonder if Mexico, if a veterinarian legally could castrate me and you could watch. Because I've always said I don't need my testicles anymore anyway. That's the reason why I go into cock and ball torture. Now, I am afraid of rupturing my balls. 1 is the pain, and 2 is going to the emergency room. So, as I've said before, Brian was one of the best I've ever seen. I don't know if he still does what he does. I don't know if he even has his testicles anymore or not. I will be going to bed soon. I'm probably going to take me a sleep medication. I got my dental appointment was moved up from the 3rd to the 31st, which the 31st is going to be my session with Mistress Annie. I may do it the next day, because when you get your teeth done, drilled and everything, your jaw kind of hurts a little bit after the Novocaine wears off. And like I told this girl, my biggest problem is I do brush my teeth. I use a sonic brush now and not the Oral-B. Dental hygienists they basically get involved in these electric toothbrushes. And the girl agreed with me. She felt that the sonic does better than the Oral-B that goes around and around. The sonic goes real fast, and you can really get in these areas. And it has different modes on it too. So you could do a massage, you could do a clean, you could do a whitening. It's pretty cool. Now, I don't know how to take the brush out of it. And what happens to it is it does tend to get jammed where the brush goes into it. And you got to jiggle it a little bit, and then it comes on and works just fine. I bought this a while back. Some dental hygienist told me about it. Now, I guess that's pretty much it. This is on Slave Man. And I've got a guy that's talking about religion. And I saw a guy that had a big beard like that. And I guess he's probably in his 50s maybe. He's doing a 20-minute Bible reading, which is great. More power to him. I told him, I said, love you, dude, reading from the man-written Bible. And it is a man-written Bible. You can't deny that. It is a man-written Bible. God or Jesus never wrote anything in the Bible at all. So I told him he's smoking a cigar. Guys, if you smoke cigars or a pipe, you're not out of the... you're addicted to nicotine. Nicotine is in tobacco. When you smoke, you're smoking nicotine. And here's this guy reading the Bible, smoking a cigar. And I told him, I said, your lungs will thank you for quitting smoking those cigars. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this. And like I said, Angie's pretty cool on X-Hamster Live. Angie, really, I could tip her 10 tokens and she's in love with me. Brittany, I don't know. And let me go here and see if Brittany gave me a message back. She's very close to 100,000 followers. She is picking up steam big time. Wow, Tina's on late? What is Tina doing on at 11:25? Let's see what my girl's doing. Her bedroom looks so similar to another person's bedroom. Now, she's got a guy at level 93 who is her knight. And I don't know. I mean, like I said, guys, I've got 74 tokens left. 74 tokens left. And I've got about another 5 minutes. I did my fluoride on my teeth. I get sodium fluoride prescription. What happened for some odd, sundrous reason, when I went to a dentist, I don't remember which one it was. It might have been Midtown Sundries or Midtown Dentistry. The girl, I talked to a girl. She took off what I owed them on a cleaning I should not have ever gotten. And Blake, a dear, beautiful, beautiful woman who has 2 young children, I really befriended her because she's just an attractive, sexy female. She's claiming that she did tell me this. The girl looked at the text that she sent and she did not tell me that would you like a third cleaning on your teeth. So I saved $72. I'm going to go ahead and upload this. And like I said, guys, when it comes to cock and ball torture, mistresses have to understand that you want to really see damage of the testicles. That's what you're into. You want to see them hurt. But don't go so far that you damage them forever. You know, you got to let them heal. And like I said, go to the penis, whipping, caning, whatever you want to do. Because face it, sadist girls, all that you want is pain. You want to see pain. Now, I'm probably going to have to trim and cut this because this cell phone is not doing well. Thanks, guys. See what I mean? It's not.